Boom, 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 boom. Chickadee chanker, lads and lasses. What's going on, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little stream for you, lads and lasses. We are back here to discuss the latest Manchester United news of the evening, or the transfer dealings of the day, and to discuss the fallout of the game that's just obviously finished not that long ago, guys. Manchester United away at Spurs, getting drubbed up 2-0 to the fucking shithouse Spuds. What a bunch of mugs. We're here to discuss all that as well. So thank you, every one of you, for getting in here raw for the start of the show. Hello to you all. Thanks for waiting for us to get going. We've got Ryan, Jason Jackson, Malps, FC Groningen, Sanjay, Rajat, Ali Nevran, Duke of Rodtown, Real Killers, CZ, Rajat, what's going on, guys? Peter Abate, Johnny, CZ, what's happening, dudes? Thank you, every single one of you legends, for getting in here. Really do appreciate you, and everybody else as well. Gungshi, hello to you. Welcome back, and you, Don, Andrew Gonkars, Mohammed, Matej. Thanks so much, Andy Kendrick, and everybody else as well for getting in here. Thanks for joining us. Do us a favour at the start of this evening's show and smash that like button on it. Give us a massive thumbs up. Yes, please, Travadinho. That'd be lovely, my son. Yes, indeed. Thanks very much. Yes, that'd be raw, lad. Jojo, Johnny, CZ, Real Killers, everybody as well. Thank you very much for getting in here, you bunch of legends. Right, okay, smash the like button. Give us a share around if you haven't done so. The Twitter link is pinned to the top of the live chat. You can go give us a retweet. We'll shout every single one of you legends out that does take the time to give us a cheeky little retweet later on. And we're only 9 subscribers away from the next mini milestone of 73,300 subs. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, get yourself in there raw, and join us. Join us for the discussions, my friend. Join us for the debate. We're going to have a debate tonight, guys, about the situation. Obviously, let's talk about the Spurs stuff first before we get into the transfer news, because obviously there is a good bit of fallout in regard to this game. What an absolute gash game of football from Manchester United. That second half was like watching a bunch of absolute melters play football, wasn't it? Like, goodness me. What the hell's the matter with these guys? They looked unfit. They looked like they were sort of like on 70% or something from the start. I mean, what's going on? We're supposed to have had pre-season. We're supposed to have that fitness and the conditioning now. Ten Hag's supposed to be all about the fitness and the conditioning. These players look like fucking zombies out there in the second half, guys. Nothing conditioning about that. The only conditioning about that is these twats rocking the old head and shoulders or whatnot, caring so much about their bloody poncy hair. You know, they might have conditioned hair, but they don't have conditioned bodies, do they? Unfortunately, these guys all very much rubbish when it comes to fitness and conditioning. Not good at all. Jason Jackson, thanks for getting in here, bro. Oh, shit, with your super sticker there, man. Thank you very much. Get some love in there for Jason Jackson. He's gone in there raw with a £10 super chat. Well done there, my son. Thanks for getting in here. Appreciate that. It's very kind of you. He says, wrecked. Mate, that's exactly what happened with Manchester United in the second half. We got fucking wrecked. I'm with you there, bro. And spelt that way as well. Spelt like a bunch of mentalists as well. We were rubbish. We were absolutely rubbish, lad. Thank you so much, Jason Jackson, for getting in here raw. We got properly melted up there, didn't we? Wrecked indeed. So, look, Ten Hag's been quoted after the game as saying a couple of things. This is what Ten Hag said after the game, right? He said he's not got an issue with, like, United's attacking play. He said, I'm not concerned with our attacking play, but I am by our lack of scoring. We know this. This is why we signed a striker. So, yeah, obviously the attacking play, I suppose, when you think about that first half, we could have easily gone up a couple of goals at one point. For a start, we had a penalty shout, which should have been a penalty. We'd also missed 2 absolute fucking sitters that my grandpappy could have put away, and he's been dead for fucking 20 years. You know what I mean? You could have put something. You could have easily scored one of those 2 chances that Rashford and Bruno had with their heads. Unfortunately, the heading prowess in this team is very lacking indeed. And, you know, we definitely need somebody that's got a bit of ability in the air when it comes to scoring us goals. We don't have that. We haven't had that for a long time, really. So, you know, you got Slabo Maguire up there, of course, if you want to play him. He's got a massive cranium on him, but he's hopefully going to get sold. And he's not a striker, but he'd probably be actually better at striker, wouldn't he, this twat? He couldn't be any worse. But even he's shit at putting the ball in the back of the net, unless it's his own net. But as for United right now, you know, you saw Bruno Fernandes miss an absolute sitter with his head. You saw Rashford miss an absolute sitter with his head. We need some people who can finish chances. So that's what Ten Hag's alluding to, really. We did create some good opportunities and get into some good positions. But the actual finishing ability was completely gastastic. So, you know, very disappointing. Ten Hag, though, look, Ten Hag needs to get a little bit of a reality check himself, really, doesn't he? Let's just be honest now. He's playing players out of position. He's melting, playing the same old guff bags out of position. People like Rashford up top. Rashford's not a number 9 striker, guys. I can tell you that. He is good on the left side of the pitch. He is good running at players. He is good when he's got players in front of him and he's running at them using his pace, causing them issues. But he doesn't have the natural abilities. It's the same as Martial. Trying to put Martial over to a number 9 a couple of years back. Same sort of situation, really. We're trying to get round pegs into square holes here. It doesn't make sense. Why the hell are we playing and persevering with Marcus Rashford up top there? It's ridiculous. Rashford is a definite left winger, and he's a good left winger, but he's not a great striker. He's not even a bang average striker. He's a fucking gas striker. That's the reality. So if we play Rashford there, what are we expecting him to do? He's not good. He's not clinical enough. He's not got the perfect movement. He's not got the hold-up ability. He's not got the heading ability. All the rest of it. He is causing us issues there. I mean, Roy Keane... Tonight, Roy Keane said this about Marcus Rashford. Roy Keane said that it's like having a child up there. That's what Roy Keane said. Roy Keane said he's like a child up there. You know, and actually, if you think about the performance that Rashford put in, this is no hate to Rashford because I think he's being played out of position. So this is actually no hate to Rashford. If you think about it, though, you could have put a toddler, a 2-year-old toddler, up the top of that pitch tonight with a dummy in his hand, not even paying any attention to the fucking game, and he would have been as effective as Marcus Rashford. So I can't really dispute what Roy Keane's saying, really. Get some Roy Keane emojis in the live chat, guys. This guy knows what he's talking about. He's right. It was like having a fucking kid up there, guys. Like an actual child. So, you know, there's no point playing Rashford at number 9, guys. Where do you think we should be playing Rashford, guys? Have a vote in the live chat. Left wing? Striker? Let us know your thoughts. But, I mean, I can see he's a left winger all day. He's a great left winger as well. He scored us 30 goals last season. Yes, sometimes he was playing at striker, but his overall best position is blatantly not at number 9. He's not really cut out for it. You can see that. So, yeah, everybody in the live chat says left wing. It was a rhetorical question, guys. It was a rhetorical question. Obviously, he's a better left winger than he is a striker. Bench, says Danny. Interesting. Okay, so, you know, we're playing players out of position, and it's very frustrating. It's not just him. There's other players that are being played out of position. Sometimes you see Ten Hag rocking Bruno Fernandes up in the right mid or whatever. I mean, it's bizarre. I don't really understand all that. Sometimes it works out for him. Also, you know, you think about that midfield, when you've got Casemiro often quite exposed on his own at times, because you've got these 2 number 8s, Bruno and Mason Mount. I mean, obviously Mount played deeper at times today, but at other times he's getting forward and he just doesn't possess that same sort of rigidity in the midfield defensive-wise as a proper defensive midfield-minded player. So when you're left with Casemiro there, who's not got the most pace in the world, you're left with a player who can get exposed. He can get exposed, even though he's a really great player. He can get exposed because he's not got bags of pace and he's not got somebody alongside him that's making his job easier by, you know, filling that space. So it's literally just Casemiro there on his own at times. And it doesn't matter who you are, unless you're really, really fast and really, really just reading the game brilliantly, you're going to get exposed at times. That's what happens with Casemiro. So I think that there are some issues that Ten Hag needs to address. I'm not slagging Ten Hag off. I think he did a brilliant job last season. I see a lot of people already slating him and saying that he's having a mare and all this kind of thing. Nah, you know, it's one bad game against Spurs and a bad game against Wolves that we'd luckily won and a poor pre-season. It's early doors. He's not being helped, remember. Ten Hag hasn't really been overly helped by the board and the owners and the recruitment that's been taking place. We are still in the same position where we need to go out there, sign new players. I mean, it seems to be a recurring theme. We have a window, and then by the end of the window, we're saying we need to sign more bloody players. These players that we've got in the squad are shite, because we still got players like Scotty McTominay sat on the bench, and a whole bunch of rough players in terms of depth. And we don't have enough quality throughout the squad in general. Certainly in key positions like the forward position. We are ultimately crying out for a striker. And of course Rasmus Højlund has been bought. Ten Hag said that himself. You know, Ten Hag said he's not disappointed with the attacking play, but he is obviously disappointed with the level of finishing. And that's why he bought a striker. So obviously Rasmus Højlund is to come into this side, and it can't come soon enough. United, thank you very much for the super sticker, or the super chat, sorry mate. Let's get some Sues in the chat for him. Thank you for the super chat. He says, The hate on the manager is idiotic. It's not his fault. Rashi, Bruno, Anthony can't finish off these easy chances. There's a mentality issue in the team. Yeah, fair point. I agree to an extent. Absolutely. I mean, I do think that Ten Hag is not utilising these players to the best of their abilities in their best positions. But at the same time, yeah, he can't finish off Bruno's absolute sitter of a header for him, can he? And this is the guy that's supposedly captain in the side. So you're right in that sense. I mean, the finishing was piss poor. If we were clinical in that first half, we'd have put that game to bed by half-time. So you are right in that sense. The first half performance from Man United tonight was actually good. I stick by that. But the second half performance was so horrendously bad that we got drubbed up big time and were far beyond the second worst team in that game. So overall, just not good enough. Ten Hag still has to hold his hands up and do something about some of these players that are being played out of position. But fundamentally, I agree with what you're saying. Now, obviously, these players have to take their chances. They've got to do a lot better. But surely we'd be more likely to score up there and be more clinical if we actually had a proper striker. So I'm not even saying that's Ten Hag's fault because he signed a striker and he's injured at the moment. But we should have another forward player coming in, guys. Smash a 1 in the chat if you agree that we need to go and sign another forward, another striker, a number 9, a centre forward, whatever you want to fucking dress it up as. We need to sign another striker before the end of this transfer window, because if we don't, we will be found wanting. At certain times when Rasmus Højlund won't be available, that's if Rasmus Højlund's even going to hit the ground running and be a beast goal scorer for us. When he's not around to play, we're going to struggle again because we're going to have to play Rashford up there, or we're going to have to play Martial up there. And he's gash as well. So, or Sancho through the middle, who's gash as well. So a lot of these players just not really up to the standard. Lots of ones coming in the live chat, getting their AML legend, Ruthless Sausage and Hoopman and Gungshi and everyone. Yes, indeed, Travis says the same. You know, you've got to get these new forwards in to help with what Manchester United are trying to do. I mean, you've got Gary Neville after the game saying things like this. Gary Neville has come out, pretty much said what I said at the end of the stream, because it is very infuriating. Gary Neville demands that rudderless Glazers invest in Manchester United's midfield after Tottenham defeat. So it's not just the midfield, obviously, that I'm saying. Obviously, the forward line, I think, is very important to invest in. But Gary Neville is saying the same thing as well, that we absolutely need to spend more money before this window closes. And the Glazers are rudderless at the moment. They seem like they're just prepared to just wait it out at this minute, maybe take all the time in the world to sell the football club. They don't care about setting us up properly for the season. Yeah, they spent a little bit of cash. So what? We need to go and get all the players that we need to complete the set. There's no point having this picture at the moment as it is right now, where you need several players. We've got an Oxfam jigsaw puzzle of a team at the moment. You know, you buy a jigsaw puzzle from Oxfam on the cheap, you bring it home, it's a 1,000-piece puzzle. There's only 976 pieces in the box because it's fucking second hand. And so, therefore, you need another fucking 24 pieces. You spend 2 hours putting that shit together. And then you can't even complete the bastard because there's a whole bunch of pieces missing. That's what's going on with this club. We still need to spend that little bit extra and get the players that we need for Erik ten Hag. Zami Yassi, thank you very much for getting in here, raw lad. Says Stretford Paddock said United might get Lukaku on loan. Zami Yassi, Lukaku on loan, yeah? Would you take Lukaku on loan, guys? Yes or no? My humble opinion, I'd rather eat a shit sandwich for breakfast every day this year for the remainder of 2023 than have Romelu Lukaku play for us again. That would be absolutely horrendous. No fucking way. No thank you. I'd rather stick with Rashford up top. And that is saying something. So, definitely not. No to Lukaku. He's absolutely guff, lads. Absolutely guff. Thank you, Zamiasi, for getting in here raw. That's interesting, though. United have 4 different jigsaws done by 4 different managers, all mixed up. That's very true, Berber. Yeah, you're absolutely right, lad. Very, very good point. You'd rather Huxley as well, Danny B. Very good shout. So, look, guys, Gary Neville's saying we need investment. We definitely do need investment. Not in bloody Romelu Lukaku, though, Zamiasi, lad. Not in Romelu Lukaku. He's absolutely cack. The clue's in the name. So definitely it's a no from me, Carol, in regards to Romeu, but we do need to go and get somebody. I mean, look at this, right? So we know that obviously Gonçalo Ramos has gone to PSG. Okay, Gonçalo Ramos gone to PSG. This is from Fab earlier on today, 7 hours ago. suggesting that they are very, very close to getting Kolo Muani now. So look, Rando Kolo Muani has agreed personal terms with Paris Saint-Germain. Deal in place is confirmed, as reported by Santi J. PSG understand the agreement is valid until June 2028, 5-year contract negotiations, PSG Eintracht at early stages. It will take some time. But essentially, they are going in now for Randall Kolo Muani, a player that was linked to Manchester United, a forward player. They've already got Gonçalo Ramos, another player that was linked to Manchester United, a forward player. You know, what the fuck are we doing not going in for one of these sorts of players who can maybe come in at a reasonable price and add to our ranks and give us more options? We're melters. We're bloody melters. So PSG are adding depth at the top of the pitch. They still got fucking Mbappe at the minute. I know Mbappe doesn't really want to be there anymore, and they don't really want him there either, but he's there at the moment. And they're adding a couple of more forward players to their already chocked to the gills looking ranks. And we're not. It's abysmal, isn't it? And they play in a pig in Farmers League, guys. They play in a bloody Farmers League. They don't even need to go and sign top players, to be honest. They could just go and get like Cletus from down the fucking road at the local farm shop. You know, they could get Cletus playing for them at fucking striker, mate, you know? Or Ezekiel or something. They could raid a fucking Amish football team and bring in a decent player that will do a job for them in the fucking French Farmers League. But they're actually signing some good players, some good forward players to do the job. So that's the difference between United and something like PSG, is that they're actually, you know, trying to do something there. Man United with our shite owners aren't prepared to do jack all. Hashtag Glazers out, guys. Get these fucking wank bags out of our club. Sing it loud and proud. Get your protests out for the lads and protest these wankers every which way that you can. It's so annoying, isn't it? We are left behind by our shithouse owners who are still here linkering up the place. It's a disgrace. So hopefully we can, you know, like Gary Neville says, get some more investment from these rudderless bastards, the Glazers, who currently have no real identity, it seems, with what they share with Manchester United. Do they even care about this club? They don't give a shit. They're just quite happy to spunk that money that they make on freaking, I don't know, private jets and shit like that. They don't care about actually making the team better. Super chat. Zamiassi says 150 bet you lose at the Emirates, Piggy, says Zamiassi. Deal. I'll have you on that one, Zane. You're basically giving me a chance to say win or draw. You're basically saying if United win or draw, then I win. And if Man United lose, then you win. I'll take that bet, mate. I'll take that bet, Zamiassi, lad. All right? That's decent odds. I'll take it, mate. You know why? Because Arsenal are big bottle merchants, lad. They're absolutely shite, lad. Anyway, still though, Man United got a lot of problems, but up against the Arsenal Hollands, look, last season we did them. Last season we did them when they were doing well at the start of the season, and Manchester United's done them raw. We'll take you on, mate. I'll smash you up, and even if we draw, I win. So I'll take that bet publicly, mate. Zamiassi, sit down, you mug. We'll take that bet publicly, lad. Okay then, so, right. This is what Roy Keane also said. Not only did he say that Marcus Rashford's like having a pig-in child up the top of the pitch, he also said that we're the new Spurs. You know, and I can't really dispute that. If you think about how we've performed recently over the last couple of years, we're not winning big trophies. We're competing for the lesser stuff. We have turned into a bit of a joke team in terms of like being able to really challenge. And United, when Roy Keane was at the football club, crikey, we were one of the best teams in the world. Formidable is the word you would use. But now we're pathetic. Now we've got absolute melters throughout. I mean, crikey, let's just talk about some of the light bulb headed melts at the back in the team today. Anthony Dos Santos. Fucking hell, guys. What's the matter with this kid? He come in for 80 odd million quid. He's supposed to be the fucking mutt's nuts. The bee's knees. He's not at all. He's the tit shits. Instead, I don't know what he is, but he's fucking awful, guys. He's not up to the standard that we need at this moment in time. Very subpar. It's not just him. There's other players, obviously, that have really struggled and continue to struggle in this United side. Mason Mount is a new signing that's just come in. Crikey. Oh my goodness me, not liking what I'm seeing from Mason Mount overall. He's had a few moments here and there, but crikey, so would I if you put me in a United shirt and let me play out there with 10 professional players. You know what I mean? He's a fucking jank bag. So we've got a couple of players we spent a lot of money on there. Ten Hag spent a lot of money on them. He's got to get them to perform. Pressure's on Erik Ten Hag to get these guys to perform. The pressure's not just on these players' shoulders, it's on Ten Hag. Because he's been given the money, and he's spent the money on those particular players. He's gone and spent 85 million on Antony and 60 million on Mason Mount. That still grinds my gears to this day. The fact that we would spend 60 million English pounds sterling on a complete bang average Chelsea mug. What the fuck are we doing? James Maddison looked way better than Mount today for Spurs, and he cost a 20 million less, and he could have been available easily for Manchester United, but in the end we Billy Bottle jobbed it. So we're our own worst enemies in some ways. I think it's another case of round peg square holes. It's like we're trying to get somebody in there who's just, I don't know, coming in for what sort of player he is, but not actually working necessarily in the team. So I think we were talking about Ten Hag signing players systematically based on what he wants, but I'm not seeing that yet. I'm not seeing somebody that actually makes sense to play alongside Casemiro, for instance, and have a defensive mind. We've got these two number 8s. We've got Cassie isolated on his own, and he's getting bypassed. It doesn't really make sense. By the way, guys, we've got 316 legends watching. That is a Steve Austin amount of people. Give me a hell yeah in the chat. Do us a favour and smash that like button. We're not even at 100 likes yet. You what? Who are you? Mason Mount or something? What sort of performance is that? Smash the like button, everybody. If you're just getting in the stream, drop a like on it. It's free to smash the like button. Help us get to 200 likes. Hit that thumbs up button. It's free, and it boosts us up there on the old algorithm. So drop a cheeky little like on this video if you haven't done so. Cheeky reminder to smash that like button. Oh, yes. Do hit the likes if you haven't done. And subscribe if you're new. Of course. Zay Miyasi says 500 bet Havertz does better than Mount, Piggy. What sort of metric is this you're talking about, though, Zay Miyasi? What sort of metric are you talking about, lad? How do we decide that? Are we talking about assists and goals throughout the season in the Premier League? You know, I don't know how we really decide that, to be honest, Zay Miyasi. To be fair, Zane, I'm not going to take that bet because I personally do think that Mason Mount's pretty gash, and I always have done. And so, you know, I'm not going to take that bet because I don't really have that much faith in him, to be honest. I've got faith in Ten Hag and I've got faith in the team, but overall, but I don't really have faith in Mason Mount, just being totally honest with you. So I'm not actually going to take that, mate. You know what, Zane Miyasi? Pipe down, lad. Pipe down. Yeah, Berber says, Zane, you're full of shit and never pay bets, so shush. That's so true, isn't it? That's so true, Berber. I'm still waiting for his 116th installment on the previous one. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so, look, guys, as it is, we've got a bit of a problem at United. We've got a bad mentality. I think it's just from years of mediocre guff. Like Roy Keane says, we're potentially the new Spurs here, which is terrible. What a horrible thing to say, but it's true. We aren't really confident when it goes into, you know, when it comes into games like this anymore. Away at Spurs, you know, we should have drubbed them up. Just go back a little while ago, Ronaldo scoring a hat-trick against these bugs. Mikey B, thank you very much for the super chat here, Mike B. Come on, get in there, my son. He says, tough day, Pig. We gain nothing swapping Mount for Fred. Rashford jogging again. What is happening? Mike B, Rashford is having a stinker up the top. I personally don't think that's his best position, but yes, he does kind of look like he's maybe mentally not quite right after signing his big contract and being asked to play up top there. He doesn't look like the same player who started with us last season. You're absolutely right. And in regards to Fred and McTominay and these guys, I think that's fair. I think we wouldn't have lost much by having either of those players on the pitch instead of Mason Mount. I think it's a fundamental issue with the way that we're playing. We're isolating Cassie. Cassie's a great player. He's even looking poor because he's getting bypassed because we've not got somebody who's defensive minded alongside him. So it's asking a lot of Casemiro to do this when you've got the couple of 8s like Bruno and Mount who are going to want to naturally get forward. It's what they do. I mean, Mount was playing deeper in the first half. I thought he did a decent job actually, but overall, I thought it was actually pretty gash-tastic. Right, so very, very gash anyway. Very, very gash. Mikey B, thank you very much for getting in here, bro, with your super sticker. I appreciate that super chat. And we've got a new member of the channel, Ronnie Dodge. Ronnie, get in there, you legend. Thank you so much for getting in here and re-upping your membership there, dude. Thank you so much. Everyone, get your favourite emoji in the live chat there, please, for him. Thank you very much, Ronnie. Appreciate that a lot. Absolute Don. And thank you so much for becoming a member, man. He says, had to renew the membership. Well, you're a bloody legend then, aren't you, Ronnie Dodge? Thank you for renewing your membership, lad. Get your favourite emoji to welcome Ronnie to the channel. Go on, Ronnie, lad. Long-time member. Lemonhead with a £2 super chat says, Pig, Manchester United make Crew Alexandra look good. Fucking hell, bud. Now you are reaching. Bloody hell. That's filth. What a filth comment. I mean, in all honesty, we just aren't quite doing it. We were lucky against Wolves. We've been lucky against Spurs. We've had a very bad pre-season. One of the worst pre-seasons in living memory, actually. And there's a couple of reasons for it. I don't think anybody should be getting on Erik ten Hag just yet. Of course, he did kind of get outclassed by Postecoglou in that second half. You know, let's be honest, he's only just getting in here, right? He's obviously a fantastic sort of a coach. Look at what he did last season. He's got certain methods and ways of doing things, which is different to other coaches. You know, we say, oh, he's playing players out of position, and which is true to an extent. But last year, he was playing players out of position, and it was working. So who's to say that he doesn't think, you know, that Rashford's the main guy up there to do the business for us while we've got no Rasmus Højlund fit. So you've got to give him a little bit of time to try and develop the team this season. But we were just hoping that we would hit the ground running this season after a decent sort of season last season with new players coming in. But unfortunately, we just haven't. So we look like just the same old guff. It's a new season, same old guff. Zamiassi says, with super chats I send, can I sponsor the channel? Zamiassi, give me a message on social media, mate. How are you going to sponsor the channel? Have you got a business or something? I mean, I'm not going to have the stream sponsored by Zayn Miyassi, to be honest. That's just gay. But if you wanna like give us a message and you've got a business that we can promote, then maybe, mate. You know, maybe if you've got a legit business, mate, you want to sponsor the channel, then okay. Thank you very much there, Zayn Miyassi. I appreciate you, lad. Malps with an 8-month membership highlighted comment, bud. Thank you very much for getting in here raw, bro. Thank you very much indeed. He says, embarrassing performance. Sorry, Pig, but this loss was on the manager today, says Malps. Hey, look, it was in some ways. It definitely was, but it absolutely was in some ways. Like I say, you know, he's chosen the team. He's motivated the team. And they didn't come out second half, did they? They actually really struggled. They were good in the first half, though, but second half they were absolutely pathetic. So it is on Ten Hag, of course it is, but it's also on some of these melter players who can't finish their dinner. Think about Rashford and Bruno's chances. Come on. I mean, anybody should be able to put those chances away, really. Bruno Fernandes missing that header in particular was an absolute gimme. It's a gimme chance. A gimme chance. So the very fact that he wasn't able to put that away... Ten Hag can't really do anything about that, can he? The ultimately the build-up play for both of those chances for Rashford and Bruno in that first half were very good. It's just that the finishing was pathetic. Now, if we have a proper baller up there, let's say Rasmus Højlund can come in and finish those chances, then we win that game. So that's the difference, really. The actual fundamental build-up play in that first half was good. Obviously, second half was jank as you like. But the first half was good. It's just that we couldn't finish it. So, yes, there is some definite responsibility for Ten Hag. Of course there is. But also the players crumbled. Of course the players crumbled in front of goal. We are so lacking in the clinicality department. Ronnie Dodge, thank you very much for getting in with a £2 super chat, lad. Come on. Get in there, my son. He says, Pig my being shambolic all games today, robbed 2 pens. You are fair play to you, Ronnie. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, there was at least one penalty we should have got. I don't know if we got robbed of 2 penalties, to be fair. Are you referring to the Facundo Pelistri incident? On watching that back, I kind of feel maybe like that wasn't a penalty. But the first one, which hit Romero's hand, that was a penalty. So it's a fair point. We did get robbed by 2... for, you know, at least one penalty, but the score was 2-1 to Spurs, so I don't even think that necessarily makes that much of a difference. We need to take our chances. That's what would get us to win that game. Yeah, Cake says we were still shy overall, Pig. It's not just about taking chances. Spurs were better all over the pitch. Only in the second half, Cake Cadet. Did you watch the first half? Because we were better all over the pitch in the first half, mate, and I maintain that. We had much more chances. We had much more touches in their third than they had in our third. We had more shots on goal, more shots on target. We were better in the first half, and that's where we could have won the game. Yeah, second half, they were better than us in every department. I agree with that statement, but it's a game of 2 halves, and we could have won that first half 2-0. So, you know, it's not just as simple as we were worse than them all over. We were worse than them in the second half, but in the first half we were better. Francois Cock, thank you very much for getting in here raw, lad. Thank you, Francois. I really do appreciate you for getting your super chat. And he says, Mount Onana was not necessarily 100 million. It's on Erik ten Hag. Well, actually, you know, what about Onana transforming the way that we play in some ways? Like, he actually is good at distribution. He is a different sort of a goalkeeper. You've got to allow Ten Hag to do what he wants to do. He sees a different style of play for Manchester United than what we've had previously. So he doesn't want a very, one-dimensional sort of goalkeeper like David De Gea. He wanted somebody that's more all-encompassing, that can play out from the back, that's confident. Look, Onana was the tits today. He didn't do anything wrong. Onana was legit good. Onana was very good today, and he proved just what a goalkeeper he can perhaps be for us. But again, goalkeeper position is not the most important to strengthen, I suppose, so I sort of see what you're saying. And then Mason Mount, I have to agree, I think we've had a mare there spending 60 million on such an absolute gash bag. I couldn't agree more on that. Trav, get in there. Thanks for being a member for 8 months. Hashtag 8 for Travadinho there, my son. Come on, let's go. He says, new thumbs up. Finger painting? I don't know what that means, mate. But hey, Travis, thank you so much for being a member for 8 months, my lad. Get in there, you don. Let's get everyone at hashtag 8 in the live chat there for Travadinho. Thank you so much. Also, take a second to drop a like, guys, and smash the subscribe if you're new. We're 6 subscribers away now from the next milestone. So hit the old thumbs up and hit the subscribe if you haven't. They did hit this post twice, Kate Cadet. Yeah, that's true. They did have an incident where that happened. But, so they almost scored, I guess, earlier on. But, you know, not exactly... Yeah. Oh, new thumbnail. Right, got it. Yes, I just replied to you on this Discord. Thank you, Travadino. That's a good one, lad. I like it. Good shit. Thank you for doing that, bro. YZ7 says, I missed the game. What happened? We were shit, mate. We got drubbed up second half by the Spuds. Okay, anyway, listen, let me crack on with the transfer news and stuff. Obviously, you know, we do have issues at the football club, no doubt about it. I want to talk about something very bad that's come out tonight, guys. Very bad indeed. Very, very bad. Very, very bad. Let's get some Easter Island emojis in the live chat, please, guys, for this bad news. This is really bad news, guys. This is very bad news. Fabrizio Romano tweeting out earlier on that Konstantinos Mavropanos to West Ham deal details. 20 million euros guaranteed fee, 5 million euros in add-ons, 10% of the deal goes to Arsene Hollands. Medical tests booked, then time to sign documents. Harry Maguire deal now definitely off. Here we go. For fuck's sake! So we were still holding out a bit of hope that maybe they would still have some interest in signing Slabby Maguire. Maybe Slabby Maguire would still be potentially wanting to go to West Ham at some point, especially if Ten Hag's made it clear he's not wanted here. But unfortunately, Fab confirming that Maguire's 100% not going anywhere because now they've turned their attention elsewhere. It's a fucking shit show, guys. What a shambles. Zamiassi with another super chat. Zamiassi, goodness me. Let's get some raw emojis in there for this guy. He says, imagine if James Cameron made a documentary about Manchester United. The Titanic one was good. Who would you use to narrate it? Maybe you, Piggy, says Zamiassi. I mean, they could do a lot worse than me. They could do a lot worse than me, Zamiassi, to be fair, lad. I don't know, maybe Christopher Eccleston. I know he's a Manchester United fan. He's got a bit of a raw-sounding voice himself. I'll go with Christopher Eccleston, lad. Yeah. Yeah, nice one. And next on completely pointless comments that don't mean jack shit, you know, we've got Strip Bear who says, imagine United meeting Chelsea's midfield. Be like the Hulk smash. Right, yeah. What's the matter with all you people tonight? I'm joking. Sammy Ash, you talking nonsense, Zane? Okay, right. Let me move on with the transfer dealings and the transfer news. Maguire staying, guys. What a calamity. It looks like he is not going anywhere. Just piss off out of our football club, Slabbo. He's holding us up in terms of moving on as a team also. Because we could go and get somebody that's better. I mean, what are we doing not going to sign a midfielder at this stage already? How gash is that midfield today? I mean, I guess they were just hoping that Mason Mount would be the answer, but clearly he's not the answer. And we've still got to get somebody that could play alongside Casemiro to a much better, higher standard. That's where somebody like Sofian Amrabat comes in, but there is no Sofian Amrabat business going on right now between Man United and Fiorentina. We're fighting around. We still haven't managed to do anything. Crikey, we can't sell players. We haven't got rid of Maguire. We haven't got rid of McTominay. We haven't got rid of Donny. It's an absolute debacle. What is happening in this window now? This window is now officially a 2 out of 10 transfer window. It's literally gone down to being a 2 out of 10. Quotes from Ten Hag about some of the players we're trying to move on. Ten Hag's been asked about some players like Van der Beek and Williams, and Ten Hag confirms that Van der Beek and Williams could leave. He says, we need players totally with their heads in our team. It's obvious they're looking for something else. Man United also confirms Maguire was out due to an injury. He has a little problem. in the last week, in the last training session. Oh yeah, I bet he has a problem. He's got a big fucking problem, this guy. He's got a bruised ego. That's the problem with this twat. You know, so if that's actually genuine and the reason Slabby Maguire has been taken out of the squad because he's got a little knock and not because he's fundamentally shite and we're trying to move him on, then goodness me, what are we doing? Hey, Roddy Can't Game, thank you very much for the $2 super chat here, raw from America, lad. He comments, respect the sugar daddy, Cake Cadet. Exactly, yeah, you got to respect it, Cake. What? Are you saying respect Cake Cadet, the sugar daddy, or are you saying respect the sugar daddy, Cake Cadet? I guess that one. You what, Roddy? What are you talking about, mate? Have you been taking Zamiassi pills again? Fuck's going on here? People talking nonsense in the chat, lad. Roddy Can't Game. Thank you for that, bro. Respect the sugar daddy, Cake Cadet. What? Oh, you're talking about Zayn. He must have been taking Zayn's pills or something, man. He's talking about Zamiassi. Well, yes, Zamiassi is a big supporter of this channel, to be fair, you know. You've got to respect it. You got to respect it, Cake Cadet. What's Cake Cadet doing? He's slagging off Zamiassi in the live chat, is he? Cake Cadet, I hate to tell you this, mate. Oh, right, look, Cake says Zane's super chats are proper guff. Same shit every stream. Oh, I see, Cake Cadet. Fair play. This is what I'll say to you, though, Cake Cadet, right? So you may not like Zamiassi's comments, and I will say this. A lot of the time, Zamiassi's coming in here talking absolute guff. I don't know if you know this, Cake Cadet, but you come in here yourself, right? And I've got a lot of love for you as well. You come in here yourself, and you also talk a lot of absolute guff yourself, mate. The only difference is you're a United fan. You know what I mean? But ultimately, you talk a lot of shite as well, bud. Guess what? Only difference is he's putting $9.99 behind his fucking shite talking, and you're doing it for free, lad. So listen, don't fucking hate on Zamiassi when you're a prat yourself, mate. You know what I mean? It's that simple. You're a fucking melter, son. Everyone knows it. Come on. Be honest. Be honest. You're always getting in here with some absolute guff. But I love you though, man. don't take it the wrong way, but you know, talk about a negative Nelly, mate. You know what I mean? Hello, Sar. What's going on, Sar? I hope you're keeping well there. How you doing there, Sar? Thank you very much indeed for being a 34-month member. Guys, hashtag 34 from Sar from Down Under. What's going on there, Sar? Thank you so much indeed for supporting this channel for nearly 3 years now. Only 2 months away from getting your Don hat, like Rushmano there, who's got a Don hat. Hey, Sar, that's awesome. You're only 2 months away from being a 3-year member. That's absolutely sick. Thank you so much. 34 is all around for Sar there. Thank you so much for getting in here. Yeah, we love you, Cake Cadet. Yeah, but you're talking free shite in the live chat. Cake Cadet says, but I sing for you, Joe, which is much better. Cake Cadet, I'm going to be totally honest with you. If I never hear another one of your gashtastic chants that you sent me on Telegram ever again, mate, I'll die a slightly more happy man than if I was to continue hearing them. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest with you, bud. But your chants are the absolute abomination of humankind when it comes to football chants. Sorry to say. Hey, what's going on there, Rajak? Get in there, he agrees. Poor Cake says, Burb, I'm just being honest, the shit chants, mate. For fuck's sake, I'll play the last one again and tell me I'm not making this up. This is Cake Cadet last time out. This is his chant that he thinks is good, right? Let me play it for you guys.
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. Slappy is staying, no West Ham for you. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. Slappy is staying, oh get out my club.
I mean, guy sounds like he belongs in an institution or something, do you know what I mean? It's not normal, is it? It's not right. It's fucking not right, guys. That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making. It's not good. It's not good. Okay. Right. Okay. So that's what I'm dealing with, guys. At least Zamiassi puts a $9.99 behind it, my son. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Right, let's continue, guys. Let's continue with the transfer news. Fucking hell. I'm too stressed out for this shit this evening, guys. What a gash evening. What a gash game of football. Absolute guff. Okay, so listen, Ten Hag said about Van der Beek and Williams that they could leave. He says we need players totally with their heads in our team. Well, why the fuck's Slabby Maguire still here then? The only reason Slabby Maguire's head is in our team is because it's too fucking big to get out of the dressing room. That's the only bloody reason why Slabby Maguire's still here by the seams of it. Why can't we get rid of this man? We're still hoping that one day somebody's crazy enough to come in for an offer for Slabbo Maguire, but right now it doesn't look to be the case. Right, also, we're supposed to be doing more work in the transfer market. This is what Fabrizio Romano says. He says that Manchester United continue to work on the market. Everything is open, especially in midfield. The departure of Donny van der Beek is crucial for Sofyan Amrabat. Nothing concrete for Harry Maguire after the failure with West Ham. I reiterate, the departure of Donny van der Beek is crucial for Sofyan Amrabat. What the actual fuck, mate? Nobody wants this fucking wooden clog wearing melter. We're not going to be able to sell Donny van der Beek, mate. He's fucking shite. And he's injury prone and guff, and nobody wants him. Even Ten Hag doesn't want him, and Ten Hag's his fucking dad. Ten Hag's literally his daddy over there at fucking Ajax and developed him, mate. And just like fucking made him who he is, and then we signed him and we waste our money and he's fucking jank. Nobody wants this guy. We're not going to be able to sell him. If we're waiting to sign Sofyan Amrabat, waiting to sell fucking Donny van der Beek, we'll be waiting a long time. Sofyan Amrabat's going to end up going to Liverpool or somewhere else, isn't he? He's not going to stay. He's not going to. We can't get rid of Donny van der Beek, mate. Nobody wants him. It's as simple as that. Same goes for a lot of our other guff players. Fucking hell. So it looks like we are not getting Sofyan Amrabat then. If that's hinging on Donny van der Beek's sale, crikey, who's giving us money for Donny van der Beek? That's what I'm saying, Duke of Rodtown. We should be able to sign Sofyan Amrabat with Donny van der Beek staying. Look, hopefully Scott McTominay gets fucked off out of the football club very soon as well. And then we can obviously hope to maybe spend that money on somebody like Sofyan Amrabat. We should be spending the money anyway. They blame it on FFP. The Glazer shithouse is hiding behind this FFP malarkey. It's a nonsense and a disgrace. It's rubbish, guys. We don't have to worry about FFP. We're Manchester fucking United. How can fucking Chelsea scummers and all these fucking absolute knobheads spend all this money and we can't? It's unbelievable. What's that all about? It's because of Glazer's shithousery, guys. Oh, right, okay. Let's move on, guys. I'm stressed out. Let's move on. Okay, look, we're going to sign fucking Johnny Evans. That's going to be the rest of our bloody transfer window, guys. Look at this shit. So Manchester United are ready to extend Johnny Evans' contract until the end of the season. He's not expected to play an important role in the playing side of things, but is seen as an important member of dressing room. We're signing a fucking mascot, guys. We're signing a fucking coach. We're signing... What's this all about, mate? It's nonsense. We don't need another fucking... Well, I've forgotten the name of that goalkeeper we had now. What the fuck was his name, guys? You know, that fucking mascot goalie. What was his name? Lee... Fucking... What's his name? I've actually forgotten now. That's how fucking meaningless and pointless that guy was when he was at the football club. What was his name? Just basically a guy to hold up the fucking... Lee Grant. That's it. We just basically had a twat holding up the fucking substitution board, guys. And we're paying him money. What are we doing here? This is a joke. It's an absolute joke. Oh, my God. So, there... Right, okay, Liverpool in for Ryan Gravenberch as well. No new Scouse reports here. Here's a report from LFC Transfer Room, which says this. Via Bild Sport in fucking Germany, mate. Liverpool are intensifying their efforts in order to sign Ryan Gravenberch. FC Bayern could be ready to talk with a £30 million offer, You know, that's what's come on from some LFC shite online. And it's via Bild in Germany. They're saying that... You know, that they're interested in signing Ryan Gravenberch. Oh, okay, nice one. So that's another player linked to Manchester United who's not going to be coming to Manchester United then if these fucking scousers go in for him because we're not prepared to go and buy any players and spend any pigging money, guys. It's a fucking shambles. Also, Pavard to Inter still looks like a possibility as well. Another United target which isn't coming to United. Fab says this. It's via the Inter CEO Marotta. And he confirms, he says, Pavard, deal on. We are still negotiating with Bayern. Players' will is crucial. And he wants to join Inter. Bayern need a replacement to let him leave. That's the issue. But talks are ongoing. So it does look like even though Bayern rejected their previous offers, that they are potentially still prepared to go in and maybe increase their offer slightly and get in Benjamin Pavard, a player that we're not going to go and get. So it's another player that's fallen by the wayside for Manchester United because we have to sell to buy and we can't sell players because nobody wants our absolute gash players. Case Slater says, but we have Mason Mount. That fills me with an absolute tingling sensation deep down in the loins that we're going to do great things this season, Case Slater, my son. Oh my goodness me, what an absolute shambles of a window. Crikey, this is a bad window, isn't it? This is a shitty window. This is the sort of window you get in the bloody lions enclosure at the zoo. You know, just smeared with shite. It's a fucking gash-tastic window, this. Greenwood. Let's talk about Greenwood for a second then, guys. Mason Greenwood. Yeah, Mason fucking Beanwood. Mason Mr. Beanwood. Let's talk about this twat. Mason Greenwood at the football club, you know, yay or nay, guys, yay or nay, yay or nay. Well, look, we probably need him, don't we, because we're fucking shite, and we can't score any bloody goals, and at least he is a clinical finisher. Just ask his missus, you know what I'm saying? Fucking hell, that was poor, wasn't it? Crikey, I'm in a mood tonight, guys, I'm coming out of all sorts, I apologise. Fucking hell, what's the matter with me? But anyway, listen, all I'm saying is, Mason Greenwood is fucking wank. We don't need that guy in the team, to be honest. We don't need him. He's fucking rubbish. He's actually really good, isn't he? He's really good, but we don't actually need him because of the issues that presented by having Mason Greenwood on the side. I'm not going to dwell on this too much because nobody likes talking about this. I certainly don't like talking about this. There's some reports that maybe United are going to dump this guy. We're going to fucking dump him, guys. There's apparently been a changing of the minds at Manchester United. This is various different reports. You have to take it with a pinch of salt. But various different sources suggesting that maybe Man United are going to dump this guy based on the backlash that has been received from all the fan base and everywhere else for the news that we were still contemplating bringing Mason Greenwood back into the side. So Mason Greenwood set to be dumped out of Man United squad following a U-turn over the backlash from fans, as per many reports. You know, quite interesting. There's been a report here from The Athletic. They conducted a poll, and this is what the poll said. So The Athletic conducted a poll of United supporters, and it said that 58% say Greenwood should not play for the club again, which means that 42% are unsure of it, and 18% say that they will not continue to support the club in the event of if he returns. So this is what Manchester United are potentially making their decision on to dump this twat. Is that, you know, if 18% of the fan base refuse to fucking continue supporting him, you've got people like Rachel O'Reilly coming out saying they don't want to support the club if Mason plays for us again. That's a really bad thing to do. What a PR nightmare that is. To lose 18% potentially of your fan base. Whether or not that actually happens, another big debate. But certainly 58% say Greenwood should not play for the club again. 42% means they're unsure on it. And 18% say that they would not continue to support the club in the event that he stays. How could he possibly play for us again? Where was that poll? It was conducted by The Athletic, survey by United supporters by The Athletic. So, you know, the media outlet, The Athletic. So, you know, obviously it's not going to be 100% accurate, but it gives you an indicator. Gives you an indicator, doesn't it? I mean, look, let me get an indicator in here for you. Survey of Man United supporters. 58% say Greenwood should play for the club. Right, okay, let me just ask you this. Start a poll. Should Greenwood play for MUFC again? We'll conduct our own poll. I'm going to ask the live chat here. It's going to pop up in a second with a cheeky little poll. Get a poll answer in there, guys, because we're trying to get a little cross-section of the fan base here, you know. Should he play for Manchester United again? Yes or no? Get your thoughts in. So by The Athletic there, they've conducted their own poll, and apparently 58% don't want him to play for us again. So let's see what the fan base here says. You know, we don't need the negativity shrouding us. It's like we're desperate for a striker. We're desperate for a good forward player. Mason Greenwood is a good forward player. He's legit. He's fucking legit, guys. He's obviously got the skills, and he's got that natural clinicality in front of goal. He can actually score. I'm sure if Mason Greenwood was up the top of the pitch for United today and we were creating those sorts of couple of good chances that we spurned in the first half, Mason would more than likely take one of them because he is a clinical finisher. But the problem there is it's just too much of a nightmare for Man United to even want this guy, really, because of all the PR nightmare situation that it presents. This is also another report that's come out tonight. It just says that Richard Arnold filmed an explanation video on Mason Greenwood that was due to be aired next week, but that has been shelved as the club rapidly have rewritten their statements. So based on what's happened, based on the backlash from the fans, maybe that's what's going on. And there is another report here, obviously you have to take these speculatively, that goes on to say that there could be a potential loan move to Turkey on the cards for Mason Greenwood. So there is just a speculative report that says Mason Greenwood is bound for a season-long loan move to Turkey. And that would probably be the best thing that Man United or, you know, anybody could potentially do with this player right now. Is just get him off of our hands, take the problem away from United, loan him somewhere else. It still allows him to continue as a professional and allows him to continue to play. It's just not our problem anymore. That's what we need to do. Sell him or loan him, get rid. So hopefully it's true. Amy Smith says Turkey of all places. Well, you know, look, it's interesting, isn't it? It might not be just Turkey. It could be, many other teams that are interested in. Fundamentally, we haven't seen any movement from any teams that are actually interested in taking Mason Greenwood on. Surely, behind the scenes, United have at least floated the idea around to some opposition teams in different leagues or wherever to the potential of Mason Greenwood going on loan. Surely we've done that. Saudi Arabia is another option, Boomy. Yes, they're obviously signing shitloads of players all over the place. Why wouldn't they want a good young player like Mason Greenwood? That's a fair point as well. So lots and lots of different places maybe that could still allow Mason Greenwood to continue to play, and it's just not United's problem then anymore, is it? So there you go. Okay, right. So I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I did want to just talk about the latest information there that's come out. Do get a vote in the poll. At the moment, it's currently 54% of the live chat say no. We've had 143 votes. So a slight majority for no. Greenwood should never play for Man United again. I think there's going to be an element of people who are quite desperate to get him back into the team just because of how good a player he is and how crap Man United are in terms of forward player options. But we've got Rasmus Højlund to come into the side, remember. And Greenwood has the potential to upset things and cause us issues. Yep, Blue Baron says Greenwood the sort of player to score a hat-trick on his first game back. Probably, he's a fantastic player. But it's not all about that, is it? It's about being a fantastic human as well. And it seems, based on the audio evidence that's been publicly put out there, that he is a gash bag. So there you go. Greenwood fans out, says Alex Core. Yet the least polarising thing that can happen with United's fan base is if United just part ways with Mason Greenwood. That's the least polarising thing. If he stays and plays, it's going to split the fan base right down the middle. A lot of people will not be happy to support the club even, or certainly would not be happy to support Mason Greenwood playing for Manchester United. And it's a bad look. Whereas if he goes, then yeah, there's going to be an element of the fan base that are very unhappy about us letting him go. But then that will blow over. Whereas if you have Mason playing with you in the side, he's going to just be playing regularly, and this problem's never going to go away. In 5 years, they'll be talking about this guy, saying, he'll still be getting abuse from fan bases and things like that. There you go, Berber, exactly. And that's how a lot of people feel. So I think it's just too much of a reaction that Man United as a club has received from the potential news that he would be coming back into the side. Therefore, they've done a bit of a U-turn on the matter, and it doesn't look like Mason Greenwood is really the player that they are going to bring in. So we've got to go and sign another striker, guys, other than Greenwood. If we could actually sell Greenwood, that could finance a striker. Imagine if Saudi gives us 40 or 50 million for Mason, they get themselves a player that's worth a lot more than that in terms of actual qualities, and then we can go and reinvest that and sign a good player. That's the idea, isn't it? That's the dream. So yeah, that's sort of where we're at really with Mason Greenwood. It's looking likely that he could still possibly return for us, but also I would bet now with the backlash that has happened that he probably is not going to be featuring for us again. You want Mason to stay, but if we got rid, I would back the decision to sack him. There you go, exactly, fair play. Yeah, you see, that's probably what most people understand, sort of feel like, whereas the people that are really passionate about him not playing for us again, if he stayed, they probably would not back that decision. So that is the difference, isn't it, really? Yeah, exactly. Just as well it's not Woodworm dealing with this. You're right there, Ori Halsall. Absolutely, lad. People place their hopes and dreams. Oh, crikey, Dimmy Maiden, lad. Glazers out. Indeed, let's get some hashtag Glazers out. Right, guys, I'm going to do a quick rundown of what we discussed. Then I'm going to get into the chat for a few minutes. I'm pretty pissed off tonight after the game and tired and just annoyed. And just fucked off, guys. So I'm not going to stay on here a ridiculously long time, but get your thoughts and opinions in for a little while. We'll have a Q&A here. Also, give us a retweet at the top of the live chat. There is a link to the Twitter. I'm going to shout out everyone that gives us a retweet in a minute, so please do go over there and give us a cheeky little retweet. And also, smash the like button. Help us get to 200 likes on the show. We're nearly there. Drop the thumbs up on this video. It's free. It helps us out on YouTube and the algorithm, and it also helps us to compete against the clickbait wankers and corporation monstrosities that exist out there. So smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon, give us a retweet, and you know it makes sense. Okay, I am also going to do a cheeky giveaway as well, guys. We're doing a t-shirt giveaway, not tonight, but I'm going to just give you the information for tomorrow. We're going to do a giveaway for a t-shirt. That's what we're doing, and we will draw that tomorrow. But to enter it, you need to stick around to the end of this video, because we are going to tell you what the deal is. So make sure you stick around, because we are doing a cheeky giveaway, my friends. Right then, let me go over to Twitter and shout out everyone that's given us a retweet. Thank you very much indeed to you all for helping us spread the word. We've had 12 reposts. Go on then, my son. Thank you to the 12 legends that have shared the channel there on Twitter. We've got Sanjay Ramatar, Jason Jackson, the legend gaming simp, aka Berber. Thank you, Berber lad. Richard Wisterpack, John Boy Cat, Aaron Homeyard, G-Dad Gamer, get in there, you don. Kieran, Watts, Vincent Bullock, Stephen Braun, Feline Fur, and CZ Bam. Thank you very much, each and every one of you legends, for giving us a retweet, guys. That does help out the channel. Much love to you guys and gals. Absolute legends. Okay, so what I'm going to ask you, so this is the giveaway, right? Giveaway. Smash a comment here. Okay, all you have to do is comment before 1 a.m. Comment before 1 a.m., guys, on this stream. Not this stream, sorry. On this video here. It's the rant reaction for the Tottenham game. Doesn't matter if you've already commented, just comment again. All the comments between now, 11:15 and 1 a.m. will get entered into the giveaway tomorrow, and we'll draw a winner for the t-shirts. So get in there raw, and at the end of this stream, it's pinned to the top of the live chat now. Go and check that out and give us a comment over there on that stream. Also, watch it. Give us a thumbs up and watch it as well over there, because that will help as well. But comment, and everyone who comments over there will be entered into the giveaway. Nice one. Okay. Don't worry if you've already commented as well. Just comment again in the next hour or so. Paul Holland, hello to you. Right, I'm going to read a bunch of comments out. Get your thoughts and opinions into the live chat, guys. Before I do, actually, quick rundown. Ten Hag quotes about us being not good at attacking. No, sorry, being good at attacking but not good at finishing. I think that's fair. We've also had Roy Keane say that Marcus Rashford's like a little child up the top of the pitch there. We've also had him say that Man United are now the new Spurs. So Roy Keane going in there raw afterwards. Fabrizio Romano has reminded everyone that Maguire is now staying after West Ham turned their attentions elsewhere, which is absolutely gash. But he says we are still open in the market as long as we can sell Donny van der Beek or a player to go and sign Sofian Amrabat, for instance. Yeah, we were absolute melters, Freedom Journey. Absolute melters. Vincent says, will you still be entered even if you don't like my comment? Maybe, but just, yeah, comment something. Just don't be a prick, basically, Vincent Bullock. What do you mean? Just don't be a prick, mate. You know what I'm saying? Go comment over there, get yourself entered into it, and that'll be good. Okay, fantastic stream as always. Thank you very much there, Secret Underdog the Gamer. I appreciate that, dude. Glazer's fault. Spot on, Colin. Get those shithouses out. If those shithouses were gone, we'd be a better team overnight, I think. Maybe if we had audio and photographs to back up the claims, Ronaldo wouldn't have been welcome back. Very true, Berber. It's because there's actual public domain evidence, which is what makes this whole Mason Greenwood thing so despicable. United under Eric Ten Hag are playing a new kind of pressing football called depressing. I like that. It's pretty good. You miss Maguire like backache, says Simon. Start an entirely new 11 next match. Got to send a message. Hey, good point. I like it. I like it a lot. Vincent says, Pig, personally, I would drop Rashford, Mount, the Butcher, Onana. No one stays playing shit like this to book up your game. This is the Manchester United way. You drop Onana. Onana was excellent today, though, bud. I mean, maybe some of the other players you mentioned, I get it. But come on, Onana was good. Onana's been good so far. What's your problem, bro? Good night there, Jason Jackson. Much love to you, lad. FIFA stream coming back in a couple of weeks after the transfer window's finished, lad. We want Glazers out, says Rushmano. Yes, we bloody do. McTominay doesn't start the next game. We aren't serious. Dude, that guy's got to be sold, mate. We're talking about if he's got starts the next game. This guy's got to piss off, mate. If McTominay's not sold, then we're not serious, bro. Fadili Kasim United, have you considered that we came back training only for some time and we'll be in touch with the colleagues? Manchester under Eric Ten Hag are playing a new kind of pressing football called depressing. I've already read that, haven't I? Drop Bruno, says Gattuso. Onana, probably the one good thing about us, to be honest. Yeah, Onana and Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka has started the season brilliantly, and he was really good in pre-season as well. Other than that, there's not much to really take in terms of positives out of the start to the season. Apart from we didn't lose to Wolves, and we got 3 points there, even though we probably didn't deserve it. Need to drop a load of players to send a message. I agree, but Onana doesn't need to be dropped. He was actually legit good tonight. Can we buy a new team in 2 weeks? We should be buying at least 2 or 3 more players, lad, including a forward. We need a striker. We need someone who can score goals. Mount, Case and Bruno doesn't work. Well, that's true, Ryan. I can't dispute that. We need to sign Sofian Amrabat and sell Scott McTominay. Live in the US, not sure I'll be able to enter the giveaway. You can enter the giveaway, Secret Underdog the Gamer. The last winner of it was from Canada. I've got to send him a thing to Canada, so don't worry about it, mate. You know, it's a giveaway, and we will send you a t-shirt if you win, so enter wherever you are in the world, mate. It's all good. So I actually produced the merchandise myself, so I can do it for reasonably cheap. It's just the postage that costs a bit, but that's the whole point of a giveaway. We're giving back to the community of legends. Do you know what I'm saying? Rushmano says subscribe to the channel. Yes, indeed, guys. Hit the subscribe button. As you can see, we're only 5 subscribers away from the next milestone. So hit the subscribe button if you're new. Try Maguire at striker. He couldn't be any worse than at centre-back, could he? Berber says if Wolves could finish properly, they'd have done us. Spurs did that. Yeah, that's so true. Bruno's captain, you can't drop in him. No, he's not going to get dropped, is he? But he was shite today, though. Ten Hag, but it's a shame because I thought he was good in the first half. Ten Hag bottling it, no clear style of playing, questionable signings in Mount and Højlund not looking good. Højlund needs to be a complete success, doesn't he? Otherwise, Ten Hag's going to be left really, really clinging on to his job. If we continue in this sort of vein and don't play well and Højlund doesn't hit the ground running and be a success, it's really going to highlight some issues because we paid a lot of money for that guy and we could have just gone and got Kane for another 30 mil. Thank you very much, Freedom. Thank you, everyone else as well. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this stream up because I'm just tired and fucked off. But thank you, everyone, for getting in here. You're a bunch of legends. Thank you so much. Yeah, Anthony's terrible, mate. Absolutely. Awesome stuff. What's that all about, Ember Glance, lad? You mean Orban, the defender, for 20 mil? Where is striker from Atalanta? 2 chances for Sancho. AML, thanks once again for the highlighted member comments earlier, mate. Or, sorry, the gifted memberships. 7 Hard will play Horn and DM. Right, anyway, guys, thank you very much, Gungshi. Thank you, everyone else, for getting in here. You're a bunch of legends. I really appreciate you. DJ Superfly guy says, Piggy, phone Uncle Eddie to set up a YouTube fight in Vegas between me and Berber, and if he wins, Greenwood stays, and when I when he comes back, says DJ Superfly guy. Okay, I'll get onto the blower to Uncle Eddie. I'm guessing you mean fucking what's his face? Eddie, you know, the fucking boxing promoter. Why has his name gone out of my head? I don't know. But yeah, you know, I know the one. Anyway, thank you very much for getting in here raw. Obviously, you know, the big fucking, what's his face? Thank you, Rushmano. Thank you, Travis. Thanks for doing that thumbnail as well, you legend as well. Thank you so much for getting in here raw. Eddie Hearn, yeah, Barry Hearn's son, Eddie Hearn. What the fuck? Okay, yeah, get in there, my son. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm going to wrap this stream up now. Come back afterwards. Get your thoughts and opinions in about anything we've discussed. But also, like I say, go over here, guys. As long as you comment on this video over there, no, here, go and comment on this video. It's pinned to the top of the live chat. Comment on that before 1 a.m. So that gives you an hour and 38 minutes. Go comment over there. Give it a watch and give it a comment. And you will be entered into the giveaway. We'll draw the winner tomorrow. Get in there. Thank you, everybody else as well. Much love. Come back after. Have your say on this video as well. Stay classy. Like, subscribe, comment. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick at Flying Pig United. Links are in the description. Shout out to Rushmano for the update. Shout out to all the moderators in blue. All the Spanner posse. People like Berber. Mr. Rushmano, Gungshi, the Hoot Man, the Vutinator, all those legends. Shout out to all the members in green, people like Travis, Germany, Madhouse, Gattuso, all the legends in green. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. That's it from me, guys. Stay classy, have a good one, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop. Come back and have your say afterwards, and I'll see you tomorrow with the latest news, guys. And remember, when the seagulls follow the trawler, this is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Thank you very much.